Okay, what am I doing task-wise? Okay, over here. Upload. Can I just complete a task, please? Among Us might have one of the simplest designs of any game I've played over the last several years, but that hasn't stopped it from taking the gaming world by storm. The game is a callback to those lazy nights at summer camp when you'd sit around playing Mafia until the wee hours of the morning, or perhaps even memories of a dorm room full of rowdy werewolf players. By taking these simple game concepts and adapting them to mobile, console, and PC gaming platforms, Inner Sloth has served up a true masterpiece of whodunit social deductive cloak and dagger murder mayhem. The gameplay consists of around 8 to 15 players taking control of a little cartoon astronaut attempting to maintain and repair their precious spacecraft. As the players move around the ship completing little mini-games, a progress bar slowly fills up. If the players can fill the bar, congratulations, you win! Sounds simple, right? Well, it would be, if not for the 1 or 2 secret imposters whose sole purpose in life is to make sure that that doesn't happen by killing everybody on the ship. The imposters look just like everyone else, and so as the bodies begin to pile up, it's the crewmates' job to deduct who the suspicious players are, and then vote them right out of an airlock. If the crewmates manage to vote all of the imposters off the ship, they'll win. But if everyone dies, or the imposters sabotage the ship beyond repair, the imposters win. You can play the game by using text chat, but more often than not, you're going to find players joining together through voice servers like Discord. And over the past few months, additional communication mods like Better CrewLink have opened up a proximity chat system that adds additional intrigue to an already confusing situation. The tasks that the crewmates will be completing offer a pretty decent selection of minigames. On one side of the ship, you might be taking out the trash, while on the other side of the ship, you'll play a little number memory game to stabilize the engines. None of the mini-games are difficult at face value, but when you're worried about an imposter backstabbing you at any moment, the temptation to rush can really ratchet up the excitement quite a bit. Add in the fact that doing a task fills up most of the screen, making it impossible for you to watch your own back, and it's just the right amount of tension to keep things pretty fun. The imposters are able to sabotage different parts of the ship, requiring crew members to respond quickly, or they risk the ship becoming lost. Now, I may be dating myself a bit, but come on. I know I'm not the only person who, when the imposter sabotages the ship, I find myself screaming, "Why?" You know, because of Beastie Boys? Sabotage? Oh, okay, I admit that joke was funnier when I wrote it. Anyway, playing as the imposter has its own barrel of laughs and agonies of defeat. It is a blast having the immense power to determine the life or death of the crewmates around you, but at the same time, it can be surprisingly difficult to pull off a string of murders without getting caught. The imposter must do their best to look like any other crew member, but it can be difficult to get away from the scene of the crime without being noticed. The game gives imposters some tools, like being able to close doors or jump into air vents to stealthily move about this ship, but the real advantage is convincing other people that you're just a harmless little crewmate trying to complete your tasks. This is what makes Among Us such a fun and addicting game. You're not trying to outsmart an AI or memorize scripted timing events. Instead, you have to deal with convincing real people that your word is valid. That means you can't use the same strategies over and over again, or people will begin to pick up on your tells. Just like playing a hand of poker, you have to know when to mix it up and throw in a little bluff to keep everyone else off balance. Additionally, if you're just not a nice person, chances are you're going to get voted off the ship a lot, just because people don't want to deal with you. So this puts the onus on the players to create a fun gaming space for everyone. Because this is a social game, the rewards system is pretty outstanding. The feeling you get from leading your fellow crewmates to victory as you prosecute your case against the imposters, or that smug little grin you're allowed to wear as you lie and bamboozle your way to a successful string of murders, is quite fulfilling. On the other side of the coin, though, I have found myself in the hilariously frustrating position of knowing exactly who the imposter is, but not being able to convince anyone of that fact because I've burned too many bridges by lying over and over again in the past. There's a huge amount of give and take in this game, and it really keeps you on your toes. Now, some of you might be thinking, doesn't this get old? You're just doing the same thing over and over again. And yes, that's a valid question to ask. Now, if the game were as simple as just one map, then you'd be right. However, the developers have included several different maps that offer a slightly different gameplay experience. In addition to this, you have a lot of control over the game rules, which helps tweak things things one way or the other to keep the gameplay balanced. If the imposters are having a really tough night, you can give the crewmates more tasks to do, so there's more stabbing time! You can decrease the imposter kill cooldown, and there's a variety of other rule changes you might consider. While I enjoy the core gameplay quite a bit, over the past few months I've been enjoying some of the mods produced by fans of the game. Things like proximity chat have made for a more social and chatty gameplay experience that really fires up the debates. There's also more complex mods like Town of Us that introduce new roles and abilities to the game to spice things up even further. Installing these mods is pretty simple, and many support cross-platform compatibility. So if some players are on the mobile app, but others are on the PC, you're still able to play together. The game is available for free with advertisements on mobile platforms. You can get it for PC or Mac via Steam, and it's even available on most mainstream consoles these days, though mods are a little bit more challenging on those. Among Us is a fresh take on a proven idea. People enjoy social deduction games, and people enjoy video games. You put them together, and you have what is an outstanding introduction to a new genre in the gaming world. Among Us won't be the last title of this type, but for a groundbreaking first, Inner Sloth has really brought their A game, and I can't recommend this game enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to this review. If you found it helpful, give me a like, maybe even hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any reviews in the future. If there's a game you'd like me to check out, go ahead and leave a comment down below. But right now I've got some Among Us games that are waiting on me to go play, and I got some sussing and some murdering to do, so I'll catch y'all next time.